Today we're going to be comparing Amy's black bean burrito to Amy's burrito. A bean burrito and a black bean burrito sound very similar, so in this video I will identify the differences based on their ingredients and appearance, smell, and taste. The black bean burrito is made with organic black beans and vegetables, and the burrito is made with organic beans and rice. I've never tried these burritos, so if you haven't tried them either, then I guess we're on a journey together. So we're going to start looking at this black bean burrito, the one with the green label, unlike this one which has the blue label. This burrito has 290 calories and it has 680 milligrams of sodium. So that seems like quite a bit of sodium for this tiny little amount of food. There's 44 grams of carbs, 0 grams of added sugar, so that's great. And it has 8 grams of protein, which in my opinion is a little bit on the low side. But if I was eating this burrito for lunch, I would probably try to eat something else on the side, because this is a pretty low protein content. Okay, so now let's get to the ingredients. I'm honestly surprised to see that the first ingredient on here is organic unbleached wheat flour. And that seems kind of weird because this is a black bean burrito. I would expect the main ingredient to be black beans. Next we have filtered water, organic onions. Okay, this is kind of weird because ingredients on an ingredients list are listed based on the amount that's actually in the food. So that means that there's more onions than black beans because we still haven't gotten to the black beans yet. Oh, the next ingredient is black beans, so that's exciting, but that's still a little bit weird that there's more flour and onions than there are black beans. Okay, next we have organic potatoes and broccoli. When I think of what should go in a burrito, broccoli never comes to mind. Next is corn, bell peppers, and safflower and or sunflower oil. It sounds like they're not sure because it says and or. Next it says organic whole wheat flour. Why do we need another flour? It's weird that there's such a diversity of flour in this burrito. Next we have tomato puree. Oh, and we have organic kidney beans. Okay, so this is not just a black bean burrito. This is a black and kidney bean burrito. And next we have sweet rice flour. And why is there a third flour here? Then we have spices and sea salt and garlic and cilantro, tapioca starch, green chilies, and jalapeno peppers. So there's a chance that this might be a little bit spicy. So now let's look at the next one, which is the burrito. This burrito has 310 calories. It has 600 milligrams of sodium, which is 25% of your daily values. And even though it's a little bit lower than the other burrito, I still think it's a little bit high for this tiny amount of food. This has 48 grams of carbs and again 0 grams of added sugar, so that's great. And it has 10 grams of protein, which is slightly higher than the last one. So that's part of why this burrito has more calories. But still, 10 grams is a little bit lower than my target amount of protein for a meal. So now let's look at the ingredients list. It's so exciting to see that the first ingredient on here is organic pinto beans. And now the mystery is solved. We know that this is not just a burrito. It is a pinto bean burrito. And next we have filtered water. Is Amy's watering down our burritos? The black bean burrito also had filtered water. Maybe the ingredients needed to be rehydrated. Next we have unbleached wheat flour, which was the first ingredient in the other one. So I'm glad that this one has more beans and less flour. So far this one's winning in my eyes. Next it has whole wheat flour. Okay, so we have 2 flours so far. This burrito, unlike the other black bean burrito, actually has rice in it. And the next ingredient is organic tomato puree. So I guess that's something that both of the burritos have in common. And next we have safflower and or sunflower oil. So again, it seems like this burrito is maybe going through an identity crisis, just like the other one. So we have onions, bell peppers, and sweet rice flour. Then we have sea salt and mystery spices. Oh, and now we have gluten. This one's kind of weird because I know gluten can be added to baked goods like breads and cookies and pastries to make them less crumbly and to keep their texture. So it seems a little bit weird to me that gluten would be added to a burrito. I wouldn't expect a burrito to be crumbly, but I'm also really surprised to see gluten added on here because of how many people are scared of gluten. Could it really have been that bad if this burrito had been allowed to thrive in its natural texture? Because this one has gluten and the other one does not. I guess we'll see if there's a texture difference between them that might be caused by the gluten. But overall, I'm kind of skeptical about seeing gluten in the ingredients list. And finally, our last ingredient on here is garlic. So because garlic is the last ingredient on here, that means that there's less garlic than in the black bean burrito. If you're worried about garlic breath, then this burrito might be a better option for you because the onions and the garlic are lower on the ingredients list. But if you're trying to ward off vampires, then maybe this one is a better choice for you because the onion and the garlic are higher on the ingredients list. The microwave instructions say to cook each of these for 1 minute in a microwave safe plate, and then after that you flip it over and cook for another 45 seconds to a minute. Then we let it sit for 1 minute.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I've microwaved both of my burritos. I have the wrappers on both of these so that hopefully I don't get them mixed up. And as you can see, both of these look nearly identical right now. If you've enjoyed this video so far, I would really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up so that you can help other people to find it and enjoy it too. So let's see how they look on the inside. Alright, so I have both of my burritos here. So this one, the black bean burrito, kind of split down the middle when I was trying to cut it. And then the normal burrito, basically the pinto bean burrito, cut pretty evenly and nicely. So now let's compare the insides side by side. So this is the black bean burrito and this is a normal burrito. And honestly, I can't tell the difference between these two. They look pretty similar. Maybe this one's a little bit darker. This one has visible pinto beans. And now the black bean burrito, I don't see a single black bean. Maybe let me look at the other side. Okay, so this is the other side of the black bean burrito. I see like the outer coating of a black bean. And I see a kidney bean, and I see a potato, and I see a corn. But I don't really see a full black bean for it to be called a black bean burrito. So now let's do a smell comparison. In this one, the black bean one, I feel like I can smell more like roasted vegetables, like roasted corn and roasted peppers. And this one smells more like cilantro. So even though they both smell very different, they both smell pretty good and I'm really hungry. So let's give them a try. I'm going to start out with the black bean burrito. Alright, so the black bean burrito was pretty good, but it did feel like it crumbled a little bit. Even now that I've made it deeper into this burrito, I still don't see any black beans, but I do see potatoes and corn, and they add a wonderful flavor to the burrito. Next, I'm going to try the burrito, which is just the pinto beans and rice burrito. And again, this is the one that has more protein, but it also has gluten as an added ingredient. This burrito, the pinto bean burrito, with the gluten in it, is a lot less crumbly than the other burrito. Seems like it was a little bit cleaner to eat than the other burrito, so I'm not really sure if that was because of the gluten. So now it's the moment you've been waiting for. How does the taste of this black bean burrito compare to this pinto bean burrito? I feel like this black bean burrito has a lot more taste and flavor, and this pinto one has a very gentle flavor. Neither of them is bad. They're both actually really good in my opinion, and I would happily eat both of them. But if you prefer a lot of flavor in your food, then I would go for the black bean one, because it definitely has more of a variety of flavors, whereas the pinto bean and rice one just kind of has like a pinto bean and rice taste to it.